Hey there, what is up, everybody? This is part three of DKC. You already know what time it is because we've got a nice snowy night here. I'm going to continue this playthrough. And I'm picking up right where I left off with the orangutan gang. This is where like the difficulty spike of this game starts to really ramp up. Luckily, I've got my hotkeys figured out now, so. That's it. You are dead, pal. That's it. No bueno, no bueno. Oh boy. Alright, let's try this one more time. Oh, I did get the save point. Okay. Cool. I don't know if the ostrich anymore, though. I don't remember what his name is. The ostrich, like Speedy or something. Speedy. Alright, well, that was a much better go at that. I'll say that much. Gotta like just time these barrels out. The way to really do it. No, Gamer D. This isn't Sega. This was Super NES. This game came out in 1994. Oh, I got so lucky there. All right, I beat that one. That's not too bad. Let's get the save point first. If I die, I get new lives. So, definitely about to do that. Gotta crank it. Oh, okay, Clam City. Evidently, this is Clam City. Let's save here. It looks like Sega Genesis. Well, it was from around the same time as the Sega Genesis. That banana is such a trap. Gotta get it though. All right, another water level, which I'm in no rush to beat because then we get to hear Aquatic Ambiance, which is like one of the best songs in this game. So. That's why it's called Clam City. Ooh. A lot of fish around here. Shark. Nope. That wasn't too bad. Well, I got these guys fire in 3 ways. Hey, Uncle Guns, good evening. Is back for another chill stream. Yep, yes, sir. That's what we do here. A pretty chill night. It's snowing where I am, so hopefully we all get a snow day tomorrow. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Oh, that was close. Whoa, these guys fire in like 5 different directions. Okay, oh, shoot. That's intense. Oh. Keep that one on the first try. Not bad. You know what? We're going to go back to the save point, though. It doesn't really matter because I have save states, but down here. All right, cool, cool, cool. I think this is the boss already for this one. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh, it's the B. Okay. Oh boy. All I have to say is Clam City. Isn't that the brothel I just walked out of? Yeah, probably Caduceus. Oh. Yeah, this guy is really pissed off. Oh. And he got me. Dang it. Oh well, luckily we just did the save point. Now I can actually come back to this with 5 lives, which is kind of cool. I might actually open up the StreamYard in a little bit. Salute, by the way, Uncle Guns, Caduceus in the house. Always good to see you guys. Oh, shit. That wasn't cute. By the way, if you're wondering, yes, I'm playing this with keyboard, so that is why I suck so bad at this. There we go. Okay, not good. Okay, he's pretty pissed. Guys, the bees are pretty pissed off. If Nicolas Cage were here right now, it'd be like, oh no, not the bees. There we go. Okay, here he comes. Okay, here he comes. Gets really pissed. Oh, nice, I got him from behind. Nope. Oh, I think I killed him. Hey, what's up, Primal? Let's see. Do you play games on an emulator? Yeah, yep, this is an emulator. This is actually SNES 9X, so yep. Uncle Guns, yep. Pokemon and other great content from Caduceus, The Vital Message. Definitely check out his channel. Good stuff, good stuff. Primal Studies too. All right, now here we've got the Gorilla Glacier. I'm actually going to save here. I think this is when the difficulty starts to really come up. So you know what? Actually, here, let's pause for a second, right? And I'm actually post the StreamYard link if anybody wants to come on. Since I know we got some good stuff in the house. But if you are going to come on, I am going to ask you to cam up because, as you know, we've had an incident recently. Oh, man, the Nuzlocke Classic. Yes, that's hardcore. That is intense. Got the extra life. By the way, if anybody is backstage, I will check when I die, which is now. Yeah, those Nuzlocke streams were pretty good, I have to say. So that's always fun stuff. Isn't that the one that's where you start with Nuzlocke and every time you die, right, you have to like release all your Pokemon and start over? That sounds like how you turn Pokemon onto like nightmare difficulty. TBH. Okay. Oh no, I have to not. Congrats on the lifting PR. Thank you, thank you. Yep, that was 250 for 6, and actually, if I had a spotter, I would have gone for more. I'll tell you too. I made a new friend at the gym that morning. After that, actually, I hit 275 for 2 reps, and there was this older guy who gave me a spot, and then he goes, "Hey, you mind giving me a spot?" Guy puts up 3 plates, right? He gets 1 rep on a 315, and he goes, "Not bad for a 55-year-old man." I was like, "Oh shit." He goes, "I haven't done that since high school." But dude was pretty garked. This is what it looks like outside my window right now. We're getting some snow here in New York. Got to use the birds to jump. Whoa. Nope. Oh man. Honestly, I haven't felt Donkey Kong was a trash friend. All right, Brian. I mean, that's your opinion. I thought these games were great for their time. I mean, this kind of like showcased what this. I like the reason I think Donkey, and I was kind of explaining this on the last one, was that it really took the Super Nintendo past its limits for the time. I mean, look at like this game versus like Super Mario World, and there's like no comparison, right? And no, graphics does not a good game make. But again, this was just I thought the gameplay was just as good, if not better, than Mario, with great music, great graphics, and that rare ingenuity. Yeah, exactly, Primal. He busted out the old man strength for sure. Let me just check the StreamYard here. But yeah, that was pretty diesel. Seeing a 50-plus-year-old man put up 3 plates. Say you do not see that every day. I have seen it though. I've seen. I go sometimes to like today. I normally go to like my gym, but my friend has a membership to LA that lets you bring a guest, and he brought me along, and there's some elderly guys in his gym. Well, not elderly, but like late 40s who are pretty strong. We saw one guy put up 360. Which was the guy is really jacked though. Yeah, keep up the workouts, buddy. How long did it take you to get that strength? So I'm almost a full year in. Now, keep in mind, I was out for 2 months because last Easter I was actually in a car accident. Me and my wife and her grandpa got hit on Easter by a drunk driver. So I had to take. Oh shit! Am I back here? Wait a minute. That's right. I have hotkeys now. We don't have to do that again. But yeah, we got hit by a drunk driver, and going to PT, they told me not to work out. So it's pretty much from last March through May. Couldn't really do much, so I'm a little behind. Still haven't hit the 300. I'm at 295, and like can't like it's like a mental block because I've done 295 and then went for 300, just 5 pounds more, and failed it. Like I only got it like a couple inches off my chest. I think it's a mental block, but That's a new PR for me on 250, so I feel like definitely gonna get it. To read Brian's comment here. So he says, "No, I agree with you. The graphics were great for the time. It really pushed the Super NES to its limits. I'm talking about DK as a character and concept. I just always, well, okay, sure. I mean, I can agree to that. Like DK was like a side franchise, and people are gonna say what they have to say about Donkey Kong 64. People kind of feel like that ruined the franchise. In hindsight, right? Like it wasn't that good of a game. It was a collectathon. But oh man, are you wanting to do a lifting competition? Yeah, I would do that, Primal, sure. Would you I know you do some like contests on your channel, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm actually like getting more into like where I can do calisthenics, like I am doing pull-ups. Like I can almost do 10 pull-ups again. Which is pretty good. I have actually leaned out a little bit. I got down to 182 pounds body weight. Now I'm back to 185, which is where I think I'm gonna stay. So yeah, that is down from 202, but yeah, definitely. Let me know what you had in mind. Oh, powerlifting. I don't know if I'm gonna do competition per se. I don't really think I'd be like good enough to compete in a competition. I mean, because when like I think about it, right? I go to the gym maybe like on my days off, I'll go for 2 hours. But like if I'm working, I'll go to the gym for like 45 minutes to an hour, and I just don't think that's enough to like seriously compete. Also, when you go to those things, aren't there people who like are obviously performance enhancing, and you're not really gonna realistically be able to compete with that. Like if you're not on the juice, I don't think so anyway. So I don't know. It would be cool. It would be cool to do. Often a lot of local gyms. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Are you Irish or English? What is your background? So I'm a lot of things. I actually do have some English, primarily Scottish, and on my mom's side, Russian and Ukrainian. I was actually talking about in my video the other day that we have family from about 4 generations ago in Odessa. So, yeah, I don't know. On the dark side, you have unlimited power. Primal Studies, yes, thank you, Uncle Guns. Check out Primal Studies, guys. He's got a good channel, a lot of good fitness on that channel. And I give Primal a lot of credit because I know I think he said he's a nurse, and that is you are super duper busy when you are a nurse, and to stay in good shape like that, that's impressive. That is impressive. We were talking before about how my brother, he's a nurse. He was talking which his birthday was recently, by the way. Shout outs, happy birthday. Um, he was actually putting up some pretty good bench numbers recently. He had a bench PR not all that long ago. He's more of a he was a competitor. He was a D1 track and field competitor in college and cross country. So he's not putting up, like he's not going to put up the numbers like I have on the bench. But when it comes to track and field, he put up some pretty crazy stuff. I'm sorry, a 4:27 mile, I believe. But he was very good at like the 8K, the 10K. Always good stuff, but he's a nurse too. But he's in really good shape. I got kind of out of shape last year, especially after the car accident. Like it just kind of killed my. After 2 months out benching and deadlifting, gamer, that's your favorite. The bench is mine. I have to say I'm not a big fan of the deadlift just because I have like pulled things doing deadlifts. I advanced in the deadlift pretty quick. I got up to four after actually last year. I got up to a 420-pound deadlift in just 3 months. So like I hadn't done it in probably 10 years. I tried 315, got it no problem. Did it like semi regularly for 3 months, and then got up to 425. Then I got hurt and didn't really like do it for heavy weight. Like I'll do like 215 for like 15 reps for like cardio, but I haven't done like a heavy deadlift in a while. So I'm gonna save here actually. So this is where this level starts to get kind of difficult. Oh no 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 no! Ah, you get all slidey here. Does he still run races? Not competitively. I mean, he might like come home and run like a turkey trot on Thanksgiving. I mean, and he mainly just runs for his health at this point. Yeah, slippery ice levels reminds me of one of my yeah. Gotta watch out for those slippery ones. It's a slippery slope. Oh man. Oh boy. This is intense. Okay. No. Personally think Sonic is the best platformer in gaming history, but that's just my own personal. I've played through Sonic Origins on this channel, and I have mixed feelings about it. Because I never again, I was late to the party. I played Sonic a little later on in life, like by middle school. But yeah, I love the old school Sonic games. Sonic Origins was okay, but like it sucks because they had to get rid of the Michael Jackson soundtrack due to copyright issues, which kind of sucked. Like his music the music really made those classic Sonic games, and they had to shit can Michael Jackson and team's OST for a lot of the levels, trading it for kind of like crappier music because the music was a big part of those games. But the platforming was great. It was a nice, fast-paced side scroller. I loved them. So we've played some Sonic on this channel before. Oh boy. I'll play the new Sonic on PS5. It was on Switch actually. That's where I played it. So yeah. I have heard good things about Sonic Frontiers actually, but I haven't played it. I don't know. I mean, I haven't. You guys say I'm gonna sound like an old man right now, but I really am like a retro gamer. I don't really love new games. Like I don't know. It just to invest like $60 into something I'm gonna be able to play like here and there. That's it. That's the thing, right? Yes, Jaleel White should absolutely voice Sonic again. For those of you who don't know, Jaleel White, Steve Urkel from Family Matters in the old days, in the early '90s, he used to voice Sonic in the cartoon. Steve Urkel. Did I do that? He was also Sonic. Couldn't have picked a better voice actor. This part is really hard. Not gonna lie. This part is not. I haven't even beaten the first level on this world yet. I knew this was when like I knew there was a big difficulty spike that comes up like midway through this game. And this is it. Especially with the keyboard. Yeah, you're right. You can't hesitate. You just got to do it. Or just die. There's that too. You could just do it or you could just die. So that was a good distraction. Yeah, I mean that was kind of like for the time, that was like a groundbreaking effect, you know? You had like the snow levels in Super Mario World, but it wasn't like that. This really pushed this console to its limits, and a lot of it was actually done through trickery, which is pretty cool. Like David Weiss, who composed the soundtrack to this game, right? He not only had to write the music, but he also had to code it into hexadecimal, each note into hexadecimal, and basically compress it because the Super Nintendo had 8 sound channels. You basically you get 8 voices simultaneously to make your melody, make your percussion, the whole texture of the music. So really pretty amazing what he was able to do given the hardware. We talked about this on the last stream too. He composed the soundtrack in a barnyard. I was watching a video about Mario Kart yesterday. First time I've ever heard of rubber banding AI for the computers. Yeah. Right. How they did the music on Game Boy for Pokemon. Yup. Same thing. Like they had to really stretch the hardware kind of to its limits. The soundtrack for Pokemon was pretty complex. There's a video, and again, I know we're getting repetitive because we also talked about this last stream. There is a video called Mozart for Pokemon. Basically, because Pokemon drew a lot for the older games, drew a lot of its inspiration from classical music, and they had this guy who's like a professor of classical music try to decipher if it's a track from Pokemon or Mozart, and he actually got a couple of them wrong. And I will tell you too, like since Mozart dropped that last album, Beethoven been awfully quiet. So there's that, you know. Oh, man. Almost had it that time. So the thing is, I've got to keep both Donkey and Diddy alive. If I get hit by the bee once, then it's okay. Pokemon Gen 5. I don't know if I played Gen 5. Is that Diamond and Pearl? No, that's is that Heart Gold and Soul Silver? I played that. I have the box for Heart Gold, which I've heard fetches a pretty penny. I didn't play Diamond and Pearl because that's when I was in my I'm in high school. I'm too cool for Pokemon phase. I played Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3 for sure. Oh, Black and White. I have never played those actually. The last Pokemon game I really played all the way through was Heart Gold. Bro, what is this? No. Oh, I lived. Oh, man. This is intense, guys. Oh my God, no. Oh man. Oh, bro. This starts to get really intense. Diamond and Pearl suck, but Platinum is great. Anything past Emerald is trash. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't really played anything past that. So you only pretty much Gamer D. I'm more of an old school gamer, to be honest. I don't know. I might play a new game on here. I mean, I played Sonic Origins, which is a new package of old games. Speaking of cool studies on music and game shows, that's a cool breakdown of JoJo. You should check it. Okay. Yeah, post that. Post that. I'll definitely check it out. Oh, shit. Gotta play The Last of Us. Yeah, never played it. That's on PS5, right? Oh, Gen 4 adds the physical and special split. Yeah, once they started adding like contests, it just got to be like too many stats for me to keep up with. I was like, this is intense now. Oh boy. No. Giving Gyarados physical attack water moves an example of why split was important. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Does that mean like it's like how do you put it? Like in Gen 1 you had like normal type moves which didn't affect ghost type Pokemon because you can't kick a ghost, right? You can't feel a physical attack. Something along those lines. This dude Charles Cornell does deep dives to music. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check that out. You can post that Primal. Definitely. I love watching stuff like that. To be honest, like I like learning how stuff was made. All right, I gotta actually like play this and like get serious about beating this though. Oh man, you can better use Gyarados. Well, yeah, well, like Waterfall being a physical move. Okay, I can understand that. I will say Gen 1 was definitely the most broken. Definitely the most broken generation. But then again, like when you realize that it was programmed by like six people in a garage, you can appreciate that more, right? Like the brokenness, like like missing though and everything. Like I loved watching those breakdowns of like what causes those glitches. Like how you can actually determine by what you name yourself in the game what level Pokemon you can encounter and what Pokemon by doing the missing no glitch because the hexadecimal data for the level and type of Pokemon is actually stored in the same memory addresses as the player's name, and you can manipulate that, and you can use it to manipulate the game, which is kind of cool. That's pretty much what most glitches in Pokemon are comprised of, is just manipulating memory addresses. Maybe I feel like Diddy jumps a little further. I don't know if there's anything to that. Probably not. Probably just probably all in my head, but you know. Okay. Do not die. Okay. Here we go. No. Okay. We did it. We did it, guys. All right, that's one level of the ice world down. And now I'm going to save state that shit. And I think they only get harder from here, to be honest. Oh, this is the one with the check yo StreamYard. Okay, hold up. Let me let in the vital message. What is up, man?
How's it going, dude?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Doing all right. I've been relaxing today. Had a bunch of tests last week. Now I don't. So
Nice.
It's good times.
Is it like I'm trying to think, is it like almost winter break or no? Winter break would have just ended, right?
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. It's not quite my spring break, but there's like for the people that screwed up for the block, they can take some retake. They could retest in some of the classes so that they pass, but I don't have to do any of that. So we're all
Nice,
good.
you got it on that first try.
Yeah. Got it on that
That's
first
awesome.
try. I guess they got to make sure that people can know the medicine that they're practicing.
Yeah, I'm sure, because it's like it's one of those things where I think like once you've gotten far enough, like you stick to it, like, you know, they'll find a way to like get you to pass, but you're not gonna pass until you can actually demonstrate you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that you know how the pathways work and what kind of procedures you need to do for different cases, that kind of thing. Like when to use a Kasai procedure, when to. It's like one example. There's a ton of other ones. Like I think in that block it was like a 9-week period where I think we had like 150 plus lectures. So
150 lectures.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, and then it might have been more actually, and then there's labs on top of it. And then we're probably they're probably gonna step off the gas a little bit, but because we have our first round of boards coming up in a few months.
Oh shit. Well, good luck, man.
So
that's where I feel like it's no more fucking around.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Like you're actually gonna start seeing patients soon. So
oh wow, so shit's getting real.
Yeah, do a couple years of, and I'm gonna be all over the place. Multiple hospitals, multiple departments. So I'll get to learn a lot more about medicine because really, like, what I know is book work and the emergency department. That's really all what I know.
Yeah, and it's like it's a broad it's such a broad discipline. Not speaking from, well, sort of, because my dad was a doctor, as you know.
Yeah.
My brother's a nurse, so we kind of got to see kind of how demanding if you have a family, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna be I'm gonna be team bitch for a while. You know,
happens, but you know, I was gonna say, you still have to get matched to a residency program. So yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, like the 2 years of rotations are more so I it's for learning on my end and for networking for when I apply for residency. Because then you'll do audition rotations and then probably interview, audition rotation, and it's like any other job.
Yep.
You get to apply.
Yep. You kind of are on like a probationary period in all but name.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I mean, make sure you just put on your resume, you know, hey, you did Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocked.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty impressive. They're gonna really,
they're really gonna love they're really gonna love Black Pill Bachelorette on the resume.
They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
Just to show that, yeah, this guy's, he can talk to people and
just be like, my diagnosis is it's over for you, buddy boyo.
I'm just gonna send him the old streams that I was on MD's channel.
Yes, tell them
all about that.
The sperm retention forever.
Oh my goodness!
If it's a female patient, just tell her.
Honestly, if I sent them that, they might like me because then they're gonna laugh at it.
Yeah, they could be like, "This is pretty good."
It's pretty good. Like when it's slow, we're gonna put it on in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna fill out some charts and listen to. Did Hitler worship Chad?
I was Lord help MD's primary care doctor. Yeah, that was a man. Like, I was working on my video about Jesse Owens. I was like, that's weird. I guess he had Hitler on the brain too.
Yeah,
weird. So I was actually thinking about like making that short like a few days ago. Then I see
Owens
like
in the
Hitler
Olympics?
worship Chad.
Does Hitler worship Chad?
What a title. Something that the scholars will think about for ages.
Like, what does it do for you, man? I don't think Hitler's around anymore.
Yes, but he did worship Chads. Evidently, they didn't win the Olympics, but
yeah.
I wonder if they talked about on that stream if Carl Long was a Chad.
Who's that boxer that also, like, the German boxer that ended up losing?
Oh, yeah, Max Schmeling.
Yeah.
The one who fought Joe Louis.
Yeah, exactly. That was another one.
Max Schmeling. He was smelling pretty weird.
Yeah, that was like kind of the meme of the 30s, where you just had German guy goes up against black guy.
Loses.
Yep.
If what I was thinking too is if you have like a female patient who's giving you guys trouble, right? Just explain to them that this isn't really her. Her personality is based on the semen of every partner she's been with. It's within her, and she can't help it. So just make sure they know that.
Oh my goodness!
Make sure they know that it can't be helped. It's the sperm of every other partner she's been with, and that's what's that's the cause of it.
Yeah, man, it's
very medically plausible. It's
no, or a patient comes up to me and goes like, "So I'm watching this stream, and they said this could happen. Like, what are your thoughts on that, doc?" And I was just like, I don't think that's going on. I don't think that's going on, but hey, like,
it could be. All things are possible.
Weirder things have happened, but like, it's probably not. Let's see, you got some bees and bananas.
I really want to get the save point. I started reading that book, had to take a break from it, to be honest. Okay. I actually because I'm not going to give that man $10, but I actually do want to actually do a review because I've heard.
I mean, he could use the $1 that he gets, and he could use the $1 that he gets, like, from you buying that book.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, I've said too, right? Because like I've publicly stated, right? I'll put money on the line, because that guy claims that he's like bodybuilding and does MMA. I've said many times on camera, I'll give him $500, and I do not welch on a bet if he can put up 225 even once. I'm that sure that he can't.
No, he can't. He can't put that up.
That's not even like that impressive of a thing. I'm just saying, I'm just just.
Yeah, it's just kind of wild. I don't know. It's just like, don't make claims about yourself that you're some like
that are
supreme athlete
false,
that
right?
aren't true, or you're not willing to back up.
Right. If you can't, like, that's my whole thing about anything on the internet. Like, don't make claims on the internet unless you have like substantial proof.
Yeah, like I don't really make claims about how much I lift or whatever. I just, if someone asks, I'll tell them, but I'll be like, hey, it happens from. It's not like I have some special formula of reaching that. It's that I've been lifting for about 5 years
Yeah, you said
consecutively.
you
So,
put up 315, right?
yeah,
So that's pretty damn good.
yeah. But then again, like I don't go out of my way to max all the time just
Right,
because of
right. Like
safety.
if you because you're trying to lean up more so now these
Yeah.
days, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to pick up that diet. But I think if I do 225,
Okay,
like
I
on
got
on 225 on a good day, I could hit like 13 reps.
that's pretty good.
But on a bad day, I'll probably be around like 10.
Yeah, that's I haven't tried to go. I did 10 a while ago and haven't tried to. I wonder how many I can do now because I recently hit 250 for 6. Oh,
That's good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll be at 315 soon.
Yeah, you will.
I just haven't tried. Like I said, I did 295, and then like put 300 on and failed. And it's like I feel like it's like a mental block.
Yeah, a lot of it is mental because you're scared you're gonna drop it. Sometimes when you have the spotter there, like it has like two effects. Like you're, I don't know. I think it helps a lot of times because I'm like, okay, I can't. Like I'm wasting this guy's time. I better put this weight up once. Is
Oh.
one of them. But then the other hand is just like, it's still a lot of weight that you're dropping to your chest and.
Yeah, I mean, like
Gets
there
in your
is the aspect that, like, once you get, like, here's the thing: if I drop 225, if I to fatigue, like, eventually I'll rest and like be able to get it off my chest, right?
Yeah.
If I drop 300, I mean, that can potentially kill you.
Yeah, that's true.
Worst
And
case scenario, I mean, like somebody would probably come like get it, but like, or actually, and like you wouldn't use clips, like you dump it to the side.
exactly. Yeah, you dump it to the side. And like I would say, yeah, probably 315 would be hard because like there are some weights that you're like able to slide it down and do fine. Like you can slide it down and then sit up and then stand like you're doing like a deadlift.
Right.
But like 315 might be hard
Like
and like it might
315,
get
I
caught in your
think,
neck.
because like I've done the whatchamacallit, where you have like the sidebar thing, like a Larson
Oh, the
press or whatever.
safeties. Yeah,
Yeah,
the safeties.
I've done that, and I've gotten like 315, like maybe like 4 inches off my chest before. So like, I know like I can at least hold it up enough to the point where it's not gonna like crush me.
Yeah.
I know I
but
could
then
probably
you
get
need
it
help
off me if I had to.
yeah, and then get help to rack it. Yeah, you probably could lift it up and then like bring it down to your legs and then kind of
Yeah.
sit up and like get it to the ground.
Yeah, it would just be really embarrassing. You'd have to live with like
Yeah.
the shame of like having to dump the weights, but it's better than being dead. So
Yeah, way
there's that.
better than being dead.
Better than dead.
Yeah, and like when you're putting up that kind of weight, like and you fail it, you embarrass yourself. At least like no one's gonna like mess with you too much because they're like, oh, like this guy was attempting 315. He's still stronger than me.
Yeah, well, I think I was talking about earlier in the stream the old guy who spotted me the other day, and he put up 315, and he was like 55 years old.
Yeah, that guy's lifelong gym guy.
Well, no, he hadn't attempted that in a while. He was like surprised. He goes, "Oh shit, I haven't done that since high school."
Yeah. Still like a great
Yeah,
athlete.
that's still that's still like for 55 years old, that's probably like top 1%.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't know many 55-year-olds who are going to be doing that, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't feel, but I'm saying like when you gotta like dump it, it's still embarrassing. Like
Yeah,
just
ask for help. When in doubt, ask for help.
Yeah, like if like whenever I go for like anything above like 275, I usually get a spot.
Yeah.
Like that's when like everybody, cause like I've maxed 295. I have like for that, I actually don't have a video of it because the spotter didn't want to be, in the video, which I respect. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna like make them. So anybody who wants to call bullshit on me for that, I guess they can. But
But
it's
yeah,
all
but
right.
it makes sense with your lifts though. 255 for 6. Yeah, 255 for 6 estimates you around a 295 max.
Yeah. I might have had a seventh if I had a spotter on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's say you put 7. If you had 7, yeah, that estimates you around a 305 max. If you had 7, so yeah, about 300 sounds about right.
Yeah,
Like
so that
these
should
calculators
be
are usually like they're not really the best gauge, but
yeah,
it
because like
but
sometimes
like it kind of your story's lining up is the point I'm making.
Triple H is in the top 1%. Yeah, you're goddamn right. By the way, what's up, Joe, the thumbs up master we have in the house? Caduceus, you ever played Banjo Kazooie?
I did not.
Okay,
No,
that might be a little
bit before my time.
before your time. Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy, who's here with us, the thumbs up master, he's got like 9,000 subs. I've been watching his videos for 15 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He was actually like one of like the YouTube like pioneers. He made a lot of videos around a game like from our youth called Banjo Kazooie, and it's
Yeah,
like
I'm familiar with the game. I just never played it really.
yeah, it's a good game. Came out on the N64.
Yeah, one of those rare games.
Yep, back when Rare was no pun intended at the top of their game in the '90s.
Oh yeah.
It's really a shame what happened to them as a company, to be honest.
Yeah, they got forced into making those Kinect games, right?
Yeah, they got bought by Microsoft, and then Microsoft was like, "Hey, can you make like some shitty games that like don't utilize the talent of like the people on your team at all?" And they were like, "All right, I guess."
Yeah, and I don't know, you're wasting talent. I'm sure a lot of those people left Rare though and went to other companies.
They did. So they started a company called Playtonic Games. A lot of the former people, and it was kind of lackluster, to be honest. Rare did well with the pirate game. Oh yeah, Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, Sea of Thieves. Yeah,
How is that? I never played that.
I never played it, but I know a lot of people that like it.
Yeah, I heard that was good too.
Yeah, it's like got it's like an MMO with pirates. I think
That's kind of cool.
you can like fight each other, steal each other's treasure. So yeah, that's fun.
Oh my god, Lloyd's comment. Fun fact: Rusty Bucket Bay is based on the Exxon Valdez oil spill.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, I know you can't come on the stream because you're having the dental work done tomorrow, but I got to tell everybody the story about Valdez. When my brother was in high school, there was he had a chemistry teacher who had a thick accent. I think she was from France, and like she was talking about the Exxon oil spill disaster.
Yeah, in Alaska.
Yep, and like the way she said Valdez was really funny, and my brother used to mutter under his breath. He'd go Valdez, Valdez, and like there was another kid there who would always like laugh at that, and they ended up getting like kicked out of her class. Like I think he got put in the hallway.
My goodness.
I just save stated where I died.
Oh, look at you manipulating save states.
Yeah, I got my hotkeys set up.
Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, this is not good. I should go all the way back here. Oh no! That's terrible. Oh, it's Cephist. Okay, if you want to see like a really strong dude, this dude Cephist, he's actually going for a world record in his age group. He's squatted over 600 pounds on his channel. He was doing 275 pin presses for like 8 reps today.
Yeah, that's
He's
good.
pretty nuts. I think he's like 36, and like he power lifts. He's going for a national record, so definitely
Yeah,
check
it's
it out.
impressive.
It's pretty good. It's he's a pretty strong dude.
Yeah, like I think I'm like those guys that want to get strong like that. I got a lot of respect for them. I'm at a point where I think I'm strong enough.
Oh yeah, I mean like
I
it's
would
not like
probably,
he's goes like hardcore.
but I'll learn technique from those types of guys though.
Yep. Like his form on everything is like you can't even. It's not even like ego lifting. Like it's legit. Like he goes all the way down, and
Yeah,
it's like sick. I think he's at like 650 now. Last I
yeah,
checked, I
it's
saw him
crazy.
doing like 475 for some reps.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
actually, Cephas, while you're here, I will say that I actually got some of the shorts where I used the Donkey Kong Country music that came. He was doing he had like Donkey Kong Country music in the background on some of his shorts. And thought that was
Nice.
kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty big lift right there.
Yeah,
Like
no, he's a beast.
yeah, I think
Beast.
the most I ever squatted before hurting my ankle was I think like 425.
That's impressive.
I like definitely not there right now though.
Yeah, no,
And
me neither.
probably not the best form either, to be honest, because it was
I keep
younger.
injuring my damn hamstrings, and I'm actually pretty. I think I would only give myself like a 315 squat right now. If a gun were pointed at my head right now, I would say 315, like probably at most.
Yeah,
Like I'm
I'd
very
probably
out of. But like leg press, I can do like 8 plates on each side, no problem.
yeah, I'd probably if you put a gun to my head, I'd probably say I want to say for squat, like gun to my head with confidence, probably like probably like trying to think of it out because like full depth, perfect. Because I haven't attempted this in a while. I've mainly just went up to 3 plates for a few reps.
Yeah, and
So probably
I'm talking full
yeah,
depth.
full
Like
for
yeah,
one
I could
rep.
probably bullshit like a
Yeah,
350.
full depth one rep. Like the highest probably would be like a 365
Okay,
at the
that's
moment.
still pretty solid though.
Yeah, but I'm very apprehensive to even attempt that because the ankle mobility is still shit on my left side.
It's so funny when you watch like any type of lifting on like YouTube or I'll see it on like Facebook because I follow that stuff, and like everybody just like is so quick to like shit on someone with an impressive lift.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like crazy. Like
oh,
even
your form is no good, and we're talking like, and it's usually people who like can't like squat like. They'll struggle to like do
yeah,
like
like
135 for 10 reps, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, your form's not good." And I'm like, okay,
yeah, like you'll work your form. Like the idea of it is like it's good to like not max and work your form up because then you'll be good later and you'll have good form when you're maxing in the future. But if you're gonna dirty rep it like and do even if you do full depth and go down with good form, you might have some imbalances. Like one ankle might have less mobility than the other, and it just doesn't look clean when you're going up.
right. Like I recently saw a video. There was a 120-pound woman who squatted 495,
Yeah, it's
and
impressive.
there were so many haters. They were like she did go down, but she was wearing like the squat suit and a belt,
Yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, it doesn't count." She was wearing that. I'm like, "Okay, timeout." She's
yeah.
120
The
pounds.
belt doesn't help you.
Belt doesn't like that's not going to make it makes like a little bit of difference. I'm like,
Yeah, honestly, I think it's like mental because like it helps you keep your back straight slightly.
and like it was slightly like I guess it wasn't like like I mean her knee is cleared the hip crease, and I'm just like all these like haters. I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
that's
like first off, if you were 120 pounds, you wouldn't be coming. First of all, 90% of the people in that comment section were coming nowhere near that. Second
yeah,
of all, I'm like, you're really gonna hate on her for like a
yeah. So
belt?
if knees are clear and hip crease, that's beyond parallel.
Yeah, I'm like that's for that weight. That's like top tier strength in the world, pound for pound.
Yeah, 120. That's
120 pounds, putting up like that, putting up almost 500.
yeah, that's half my body weight.
Yeah,
So it's
like that would be like if I could squat like 650, at like near 200 pounds, which I can't. So, yes, Cephas, yes, it is.
dirty rep it. Making fun of my terminology.
Dirty repping. Yep.
Like you could have a clean you could have like clean control on the way down, but sometimes it doesn't go up clean.
I'll actually drop the link, Cephas, if you want to come through. Hold up. Let me post that. I will put
There you go.
I'll put the link if anybody wants to come on. But I'm gonna check it the next time if you want to keep an eye on that for me. But I have the game on full screen here, so yeah, dirty repping.
Dirty.
Go outside.
I don't know if that's a term at all, but I'm sure it's self-explanatory because if you've ever done it.
Well, we all know those people who we've all done it like by accident at some point, used like momentum to
those bouncy benchers.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm at like a crossroads because like I'll try not to do that, but I also don't want to like rest it too long. Yeah, I also feel like that's extremely bad for your shoulders to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Like there's so many like little things that you gotta like keep track of so that you don't hurt yourself for one, and so you don't cheat yourself out of the lift.
Right, because you want to get like
you want to get stronger.
Okay, prime ugly reps still can't. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. If you have the range of motion, even if it wasn't I've had some like when I hit 295 for a max, it was an ugly rep. Like I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like I would say if I maxed out on squat today, it would not look pretty.
Yeah, like you're like slightly like kiltered to one side. And, like,
exactly. Yeah, because like I could tell like whenever I squat, I feel my left leg gets tighter than the right, just because of probably the ankle.
Right.
And then when I get up,
I have that too. Well, like because that's why I don't like squat heavy. Really, I'm gonna start squatting heavy in the future. But like the problem is like I pulled my hamstring sprinting this year. I pulled my hamstring on a deadlift, and it wasn't even that heavy of a deadlift. I was doing 350 for reps. Now like the 8th rep, I just heard something like snap.
Oh yeah.
Like I was going for 350 for 10.
Yeah, and, that's a lift I don't have much practice on.
Deadlift,
but I've I just get nervous whenever I do it, like for some reason, even though it's like
same because I've hurt myself. I've pulled things doing it, and like I advance really quickly in the deadlift. Like I had not deadlifted in 10 years. I pulled like attempted 315. It was nothing. So then within 3 months, I got up to 475, not 475, 425. And then, which I would say is not bad for like not having done it in 10 years and doing it kind of like semi-regularly for 3 months. Like, I feel like if I did it regularly, I'd hit like 500. The problem is like I get like
scary
scared.
lift.
I get like, there's like that fear.
Yeah, I get that too. It's a scary lift. Like that's the one that people break their backs on.
Right. So like I don't really. I'm more keen now to do like 225 for 15. And like just do it more for like a endurance. I don't know. I will like eventually like go back to like that's why y'all haven't seen like a heavy.
I think 350. I think 315 is a pretty good weight to rep.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for reps. I do that for like 7 to 8 reps.
Yeah, I think that one's a
pretty
good one.
More. I just.
It's just I get you.
Just one of those things where like I've been doing it more like for like cardio recently. I will get back to doing that heavy though.
Yeah,
I will. I'm like in like a weird place where I'm leaning a little bit out but also like slowly progressing strength.
Yeah, well, you're in a position where you've been able to recomp a little bit.
Right. Right. Let's see what
That's
we
a
got.
benefit for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been doing the hex bar deadlift lately.
I find
Primal. I've been
that
doing. Well, yeah, go for it, Jay.
what
Go for it, Jay. About the hex bar. What you find?
I've done that. I find the hex bar like is a lot easier.
Yeah, it is easier.
It's a lot. I don't know what it is. It's the same amount of weight. I guess it's just like you don't have that fear of smacking your shins with 350 pounds.
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't have that fear of that. But then again, though, if you've done a lot of like, there's a slight difference in like the like kind of like how you get your positioning. So if you've done a lot of like the regular deadlift, it's still like an adjustment period.
So I'm very held back by my flexibility on a lot of things. I have the worst flexibility of pretty much any human being that I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that like at some point in my life I was able to run a sub 5 minute mile is actually like pretty much a miracle because like my stride length is the worst. Like like whenever I do squats, my heels come off the ground. So like that's another
Okay,
reason
yeah.
I'm kind of like afraid. Like I can do more. I'm just like afraid to
Yeah, that's a good call.
because like I don't want to like be having. I don't want to have like 350 on my back and like my heels coming off the ground. That like
Yeah, that's dangerous for
it's not
sure.
good. So
That's dangerous. Yeah, main thing I like about the hex bar for deadlift is that like I like to do the trap bar shrugs right after. So it's like just it's easier to work. It's easier to like program a workout with that. So I can do the deadlifts and then I can drop the weight and then go to shrugs.
yeah, I actually really like shrugs. That's one
Yeah.
of my favorite things to do. Those
Yeah.
traps.
And with the hex bar, it's really good.
What does Hormaxer call it? Tasty traps.
Tasty traps, yeah. And we're talking about
Gotta-
the other kind of traps, not the
yeah, he's not talking. Oh shit! I just hit the ground and
hey,
bananas came
look at
out.
that secret banana.
I wish I could do that in real life.
Yeah.
I just
There.
hit the
I'll give
ground
it a
and
go.
bananas come out.
I pull out a banana.
You know?
Let's go. Boom. But yeah, those shrugs are good and load up a decent amount of weight on them and
Yeah.
let's go.
You'd not die here.
Yeah, Donkey Kong needs to start doing some pull-ups.
Yeah, evidently. Oh shit!
Start doing some grip strength.
His
Exercise.
that look on his face right there
Huh.
is the look on my face when I pulled something doing a deadlift.
Yeah.
Exactly the face that I make. Donkey Kong actually captured it perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Was able to get a decent cap hex bar.
Yeah, what's I think what's the scare like what's a scare but kind of like lucky, like when you kind of like you pull something but not bad enough to be like a real injury
Yep.
on deadlift where like but then you feel the muscle spasm for like 2 days after.
Yep.
It's just like telling you like you're on thin ice, buddy. You
Like don't
do that
push it
again.
Don't push it again. Yep. Well, actually, the first time I pulled a hamstring this year was when was sprinting because my brother came home and we went to the track. We were just like goofing around, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see how fast I can run a 200 meter, and we were doing it, and I went full tilt sprint. Probably hadn't warmed up the best, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I noticed is I'm like one of the only people that actually stretches before he lifts at the gym.
Yeah, well now I do. I try to go in the sauna for a little bit
Oh, nice.
because like I find that actually I don't know, I always feel better like after the sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that just loosens everything up. You're
You're like, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
yep. So that's always good. I mean, like, because I mean, it's like a rubber band, pretty much. Like muscles,
Yeah.
like cold muscles will pull.
Yeah. And also like just the extra range of motion that you just give yourself from a stretch.
Right.
It's
I
good.
usually just start doing burpees. Yeah, it's Primal is the king of the burpee.
Yeah, and if you're gonna squat or deadlift, I'd do like a couple minutes on like the stairmaster.
Right.
Well,
You played football in high school,
I did
Caduceus?
not. No. Like
Okay. For some
I
reason,
worked out with them for a bit, and I was gonna be a defensive tackle, but I just didn't want to play. I
great
think
about sport
they were gonna put me in three technique, if you know what that is.
technique.
Yeah, kind of like the pass rushing defensive tackle.
Okay, so that means you're a little bit you wouldn't have been like I'm trying to think. You'd be going for like running backs and wide receivers, like trying to shut it down.
Probably more like getting after the quarterback and filling in running holes
Okay, so you'd
on
be
the line.
basically working with like the defensive line to like.
Yeah, like I'd probably be up against an offensive guard, like typically every matchup, every play, and then I would have to try to beat him and either fill in the hole and tackle the running back, or get to the quarterback to force a bad pass or get a sack.
Right, just try to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, be able to push kind of every up the middle. Like the difference is like a one tack. Oh, the one tech is the nose tackle, the big guy that just like pushes everything forward up the middle. While the three tech is more to the side, where you can
Okay.
where you can an example of it. I think now Donald plays more defensive end now, but he used to play a bit more three tech.
Oh shit,
Oh,
that sucks. That's like speaking of that. What'd you think of the Super Bowl? Philly really blew it.
yeah. I
They
didn't really
had it.
watch it. Oh, I was chilling out. I don't know. My big thing on with football now, I play the Dynasty. I play Dynasty a lot.
Is that like a fantasy league?
Yeah, but you keep everyone. So
Oh,
you
okay. So you can't like you can't trade.
oh you could trade, but you can't it doesn't reset at the end of the year. Like it's like you're a real GM.
Okay, so you have to basically you have to like actually like make a team and like think about who you're gonna trade at the end of each season and whatnot.
Yeah, and you draft rookies and everything. So it
Oh,
gets you to
snap.
follow the pro and the college game.
Oh, right. Because you want to like build your bench up. That makes sense.
Yeah, build up your bench as well as like it has like a stock component of it where like I want to build up as much value, and like I'm looking at, oh, this guy's undervalued. I'm gonna go get him. And then when he becomes good, I could either keep him or trade him.
Okay. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. There used to be I remember I used to have a baseball game that was like that. Where you
Yeah.
basically like it was you had more than like season mode. You had like yeah, it was like GM mode.
Dynasties. Yeah. Yeah. I
So
like it. Yeah. If you play Dynasty fantasy football, I think it's superior to the regular year in, year out. The only thing about year in, year out, if you like, people would more likely to play that because it's less time investment, and
right.
you can have bigger pots.
That sounds like what you got to actually like follow the NFL and the NCAA, which like I haven't like watched regular season games in like forever. Even with baseball too, because I feel like I'm watching a different game than I was watching as like a teenager.
Yeah.
The new rules are like really foreign to me. Like I didn't know. Like when I was watching the Super Bowl, I'm like, wow, like Philly exhausted all their timeouts already. But now apparently it resets at halftime now. I
Oh
didn't even
yeah,
know that.
it's I think it's always done that for
Does it? All right, I'll take your word for it.
yeah.
I don't remember it because like I used to watch like the NFL like religiously back in the day. MLB too.
Yeah.
MLB. I will tell you, I know for a fact that is a completely different game than it was when I was a kid. Like now
Oh,
you have
absolutely way
two
different.
wild cards. You can actually challenge plays. There's instant replay to review home runs. Like it's actually really crazy. I mean, like which is it's kind of good, but it slows down the game like to a
Yeah.
crawl.
Well, they also added I think they added the mound visit limit too. So you can't like have
Yeah,
sketchy mound
yeah.
visits.
You can't just like yeah, you can't just like stall. Like, I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, some
I don't
coaches did use that to stall like pretty
yeah.
badly.
I don't know if the MLB's adopted it yet, but I think college baseball adopted the pitch clock.
Yeah, that's gonna. Oh, that would make things. That's something I actually kind of agree with.
Yeah. Oh, and I think they also added 3 batter minimum in the
Really.
MLB. Yeah. So that you couldn't just put in a specialized pitcher for a specialized hitter. Like
Oh,
they
so
have
you
to
have to. So you can't pitch or change until they've faced three batters.
or either 3 batters or a change of the inning.
I kind of don't like that because think about that, right? That was a very strategic element you had. Like, hey, I'm gonna bring in this pitcher, but okay, he has a really good ERA against this one hitter, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
lifetime, this hitter has a 100 average against him, so I have a 90% chance that I'm gonna get him out. But if I bring him in now, that'll burn him. I can't bring him back. I can't bring him back after.
Yeah, like I think there's 2 sides of it though. If your goal is to shorten the game and kind of like and you also want more hitting if you're in the league. You want more big hits.
Yeah,
So
because
like
that's what
so
sells
like
seats.
so that's what you get as a result because if you're having those specialized pitchers come in for one batters or a guy that just dominates against lefties and not righties, you put them in for one batter and then you put in another specialist right after when a righty's up. Like
There's a
it's
pitch clock now. The bases look like. Oh, I did hear about that. That they made the bases a lot
oh they
smaller.
do. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be. It's this is. There's apparently they're changing a bunch of things for the 2023
Yeah.
season.
Interesting. I actually like 3 batter minimum though, because then it changes like how the team builds a roster from
Right,
here on
because you
out.
can't.
Like,
You basically don't have a specialized pitcher just to get certain people out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the bases are a lot bigger now. Oh, so it's easy. So basically, you're going to have people be safe a lot more then. Interesting. So they're
interesting.
okay. So they're trying. Okay, so they're trying to reward base runners. They're trying to make.
Yeah.
They're trying to
Or
give
they,
advantage to the base runner. Okay.
yeah, I guess yeah, you can't crowd a base in a way. Maybe they're trying to make it so there's less collisions.
So you'll make stealing easier, I guess.
I wonder if they did that if by making the bases bigger, if they took away the rule where the guy blocking the base, because they used to have it where like if you had a runner on first and the fielder was I think like if the guy slid into oh never mind they still have that rule where if the guy slides into the guy on purpose the let's say that it's a double play situation. I think they have it where if the runner slides into the second baseman or shortstop, the guy at first is automatically out.
Okay.
I think they
That
have that
makes
as
sense
well.
because that was the that Chase Utley and Miguel Tejada incident from a few years ago kind of made them have to like do something about the base running rules
Yeah,
because
yeah, them getting rid of the shift is like that.
I
That's
don't like that.
BS.
I don't
That's
like that.
BS.
It's like
Yeah,
Because like the shift was, again, it was a strategic thing you could do, but if you messed it up, it would backfire on you spectacularly.
Yeah, because I remember playing baseball and they put the shift on me once, and then I hit it to right field.
And then,
I was like,
yeah,
there
you
you go,
basically-
baby.
You basically get a free double out of it.
Yeah, I hit like a single to right field, and it turned into like an extra base hit. So let's go.
Yep. And it shouldn't be, but they're so far, like the third baseman can't get it.
Yeah, like
The
a little
right
basic
fielder's
like
all the
line
way in.
drive that usually one hops to the fielder, you get a single, turns into extra bases. Or like I liked when like you'd have David Ortiz do the pop
Yeah,
up bunt.
David Ortiz was the shift was like used almost exclusively against him in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah, and sometimes he would just pop a bunt down and
You just
like,
pop a bunt down, and even David Ortiz, who's like slower than molasses, could outrun that.
But there was one where he popped up the bunt and it went so far in a way where he was able to get a double out of it, even him slow as molasses.
Baseball wants all judges and 0 Tony Gwynn's, apparently. See, that's kind of disappointing.
That
though, 'cause
sucks.
Tony
Yeah.
Gwynn was fun to watch.
Yeah,
Ichiro too.
Ichiro good. Yeah, who would they do? Honestly, the getting rid of the shift. Yeah, getting rid of the shift really hurts the contact hitters.
Yeah, it does. Like the Ichiros and the.
Yeah, guys that can
Right.
just spray it all around and.
I don't think they ever tried to pull the shift on Ichiro because they knew better
Yeah,
than
they-
that. 'cause
they would
Ichiro
never do
could
that. But then you put
Ichiro
more
could
power
almost
hitters.
pinpoint where he wanted to put the ball.
Yeah, but with the shift though, it neutralizes a power hitter to where like they're either hitting a home run or they're striking out, or
Right.
they're either
Or they're
hitting a home run or
grounding out
going
to-
out. Yeah,
Yeah, they're grounding out to third / short.
yeah, and then because like that, like you wouldn't without the shift, you lose built teams like the mid 2010s Royals that just went with speed.
Yeah, and well, that was interesting to see because there weren't really like you had like the early 2000s were all about power hitting. You had like the 2004 Boston Red Sox when they won the World Series, like that was just a ridiculous power hitting team. You had Ramirez, you had Ortiz, you had Johnny Damon, you had like that was just a ridiculous power hitting team.
Yeah,
They
I think
straight up like overwhelmed people with their offense.
Yeah, I think when the Giants won in 2010, it kind of shifted to those more like scrappy teams that just got guys on base and were able to not make mistakes on defense.
Yep.
Like, that became like the meta for like a few years, and then
Yep.
the power hitting came back.
Just fun fact, those 2004 best Boston Red Sox, and I'm not 100% on this, but I believe they actually had the most errors in the league that year.
Well, if you have Manny playing left field,
You're going to have
you're
errors.
gonna have errors.
Yeah, never mind.
And
That's
Johnny
irrelevant.
Damon was a pretty bad fielder too.
So Johnny Damon wasn't so much – he didn't commit errors so much as he just couldn't throw to
He had he had a noodle arm.
Yeah, which was weird because he was a pretty jacked dude, but like throwing is like 90% technique.
Yeah.
You actually don't like. There are people who like are skinny who could like Tim
Yeah.
Lincecum.
Tim Lincecum throwing 98 miles per hour.
Yeah, and that guy had noodle arms, but I think Tim Lincecum was like 6'6" or 6'7", but he only weighed 185
Tim
pounds.
Lincecum is 5'11".
He was only 5'11"?
Yeah.
No, wasn't Tim Lincecum ridiculously tall?
No, you're thinking of like Randy Johnson or something like
Randy
that.
Johnson was like 6'10".
Yeah.
Randy Johnson was really tall, but Tim Lincecum,
Tim Lincecum was 5'11".
was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Tim Lincecum he was just really flexible then.
Yeah, he had that weird weird torque in his like pitching motion.
Yeah, he
And
looked a lot taller than he was then.
Yeah, and then he like kept smoking weed, and then probably didn't
Smoke weed, everything.
he kept smoking weed. Like there was even a thing where they're like, let Timmy smoke.
Didn't Ryan Howard like play a lot of video games and it messed up his vision?
Probably, yeah. I remember that. What was it? That one reliever on the Tigers in the old days, was it Joel Zumaya, who could throw like
Joel
102?
Zumaya, yeah.
I think he got injured during the playoffs, like that year they went to the World Series and lost to the Cardinals playing Guitar Hero.
He got injured playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah, like he hurt his wrist playing Guitar Hero.
Well, so funny story about that. I remember Guitar Hero. That game used to hurt my shoulder.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how, but like the way I would hold it, like my shoulder would always be sore. So like I can believe a Guitar Hero injury, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he couldn't pitch in the ALCS for some of the games because he got hurt playing Guitar Hero.
He was all mechanics. He almost fell over the net. Yeah. Oh man, Tim Lincecum was just something. He was like a sight to behold.
I went to a lot of Giants games, so like I know
Oh, yeah,
how
you're
special.
That's right. You're from Cali. That's right.
Yeah. Went to a lot of Giants and A's games.
Yeah, back when the A's were the team to beat. The A's used to be like a consistent playoff team like every year.
Yeah, usually they find like the good talent and they trade it away when they can't pay it.
Yep.
Probably one of their dumber trades though. Like they really shouldn't have traded away Josh Donaldson.
I don't even Canseco. Oh, yeah. Jose Canseco.
Yeah, but some of the guys they trade, they have on contract for like 4 or 5 years. I'm like, dude, just hang on to them while you have them. Like you'll get a good haul when they're on their last year of their deal, trade deadline.
I will say Jose Canseco is still the only player to this day to get a dome run.
The dome run?
Yeah, you ever see when it bounced off his head?
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
I think I've seen Torrey Hunter like have one bounce off of him over the fence like before, but it wasn't a dome run.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Torrey Hunter. He was a great outfielder though. He robbed a lot of home runs.
Good hitter too. Well, yeah, he was robbing a home run and he like it hit off of his glove.
It hit off of his head.
I think it hit off of his glove and went over. Like he was robbing it. And like it wasn't going to go in. Like it was going to hit the top of the wall, and it hit off his glove and went over.
Oh shit, that sucks. That's what happened to Jose Canseco. It hit off the top of his head, and it ended up.
I think they were both like they might have both been Angels when it happened. Like in there each time. Was Canseco on the Angels when that happened?
I think he was a Dodger. No, he was still an A, maybe.
Let me see it. Oh, let me see what it is. Dome run. It looks like he was on Texas at the time. He was on the Rangers.
Oh, I forgot he did a stint with the Rangers. Well, so Jose Canseco claims he's the one who got like A-Rod into steroids, right? He said he was giving A-Rod steroids in high school.
Yes, A-Rod for sure was on steroids. Like,
oh yeah,
like he for sure was taking them in high school too. Like if you look at the footage from when he was the 18-year-old.
Oh yeah, you could tell. You could
tell. Yeah.
He A-Rod. Fun fact.
On the flip side,
A-Rod benched 315 in high school, and when you looked at him, he looked skinny. They were like, that doesn't seem legit.
Dude was muscular though. If you saw
he was. I mean, granted, he would have been strong without it, but like, he didn't look like a guy who could put up 315, but he did.
Yeah. So well, also but like, if you're gonna take the strength component though, like outside of Bonds, I think A-Rod probably had the like. You could argue that A-Rod, like out of swings I've seen, he's at least top 5.
Yeah. Oh no, A-Rod would have been a great player without the roids. Even Bonds too.
Yeah, like, Bonds won several MVPs before the roids.
Bonds would have actually probably been better without the roids because when you look at him, he limited his range of motion so much. Because like when you look at him, he used to be a skinny dude with like a big range of motion. And
yeah,
kind of like Bonds.
I don't know those roid years. He was like he was practically an unstoppable god at that point in baseball.
Right. He was getting walked. He was getting walked intentionally during the regular season. I mean, it was
like there was a season that he had where he hit like 50 plus home runs and only struck out 36 times.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's crazy.
Like Pujols is the GOAT, says Lloyd. Yeah, Pujols I would actually like.
Sproul's
That's
good. But
that is arguably greatest of all time status right there. I agree.
yeah, I'm still rolling Bonds though, because that's something that I
Bonds.
don't think you'll ever see again. Even if you allow roids, I don't think you're seeing that again.
Yeah, I mean he was just ridiculous.
Like his swing is probably like it's the best that's ever in history that you can think
Yeah,
of.
it's
Like
just it's so well. And actually, I would say another one we'll probably never see again is Ted Williams.
Ted Will, yeah, that's a definitely one.
Because Ted Williams, Bond's greatest power hitter, but Ted Williams, when it came to hitting for contact,
Yeah, actually, Bonds' swing is actually a good contact swing. Like that's
yeah,
the thing. Bonds, in terms of like actual mechanics, Bonds didn't really have an ego. If it makes sense,
yeah,
because like because he would
he
choke
had
up on the bat and
he had a
his swing was
discipline,
short. He just like had the best vision and could
right? Like he could see it. Yeah, he was good at detecting what was being thrown before it was thrown. Yeah,
yeah, and like his swing, I think the way he got his power, he was like he knew how to get the backspin on the ball really well and had a really quick hands. The point where he
yep.
can get home runs all the time. Like he hit, like if you look at it though, I think he said in his hitting drill was that he would practice that made him like really powerful. Is that he would have a pitcher pitching to him with an L screen, and his goal was to hit it right back to the pitcher's foot. And whenever he
Okay,
tried to hit the ball back to the pitcher's foot, he would just hit bombs.
he would just hit line drives right back at the pitcher.
No, he would hit home runs.
Oh, okay.
So if you're aiming to try to hit the ball, like if in your head you're trying to hit the ball to the foot, you get the bat angle on it where you hit it like it's chopping down a little bit. So then the ball
Right.
goes like that and gets backspin. So
Okay.
like, but now like with the analytics, like everyone knows about backspin is what makes the home runs fly. And the way that the batters have to do it, their bats are typically angled down and they have to catch it. They catch it where like they hit the middle of the ball and make it like spin back.
It spin back. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too how like you can hear in the MLB, you know when it's a home run because you hear that crack right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And but I think that's why if you watch pitching now, you're going to see a lot more like typically you see more off speed from opposite handed, so righty lefty lefty righty. You see a lot more of those like sliders, those sweeping curves that they because it crosses the bat path in a way where it makes it really difficult to take it out. Like
It makes it difficult to hit a home run.
based on the way everyone's swinging now, because now everyone's swinging with that kind of like slight chop to get the backspin. Like a good example, Trout. Like Trout's a really good low ball hitter, and like sometimes they'll try to cross the bat path in a way. They might try to go upstairs, up and in, so it's hard to get your hands inside. But he's got good enough vision to where he can account for
He can account and like
anything.
get and more importantly turn his hands over quick enough to hit it on the inside.
Yeah, but if you throw a low pitch to Trout, you're pretty much giving him a double or a home run.
That was so like back in the day, that was Vladimir Guerrero. If you threw one low to he would like they used to
Guerrero
say
would just hit anything. He didn't care if anything was in the zone. He would just hit it.
How'd the joke go? The joke was like Vladimir Guerrero. He's a great baseball player, but an even better golfer.
Yeah, he hit one that actually bounced.
Yeah, it bounced off the plate, and I think they actually had. I think it actually wasn't counted because it's not the pitch is dead by the time it hits the dirt.
Yeah, it was crazy. No,
Vladimir Guerrero.
I went to an A's game where they played the Angels and Guerrero just destroyed, just kind of carried the game. I was like, okay, this guy's legit. No batting gloves either.
He also had probably the best arm from the outfield I've ever seen.
Yeah, he'd always do this thing where he's always like doing this thing with the bat. And no batting gloves on.
I'll tell you, like nobody ran on that man. Like, do not tag. He will throw you out from like the warning track. His arm was insane. I remember the 2004 All-Star game was at Yankee Stadium. He stood at home plate and threw it out. He threw it out at dead center from home plate at at the old Yankee Stadium too.
Yeah, who else had good arm strength? Like Cespedes, who used to be on the A's.
Definitely good. Johnny Damon had the best arm from that era. So good.
Such a good arm that you have Manny cutting you off.
Yeah.
In the middle of the relay.
Oh God. I will tell you, like, for a World Series winning team, they had such bad defense.
Yeah, but hey, they didn't need it. They could hit and pitch.
Yeah, they could hit, and that pitching staff with like Pedro Martinez, Derek Lowe, like
they could hit and pitch.
Oh, like they were. Let's just look at this one. He said it was actually in 2004. Barry Bonds took 232 walks.
Yeah, I think I went to a couple games at the time. That was when they had the rubber chickens that everyone had in the stadium. They would hang up a bunch of chickens whenever they walked them.
Yeah, because they said they were too scared to pitch to him, which they were. I mean, that wasn't wrong. They were scared to pitch to him, and for good reason.
Well, if you watch a Bonds at bat, like he has the intimidation factor, like entirely up, because like how like normally you see the batter screwing around like outside the box, taking swings and whatever, trying to stall in the pitcher a little bit.
Yep.
Bonds, he never leaves the box.
I would actually say, given his voice, especially, he was the Mike Tyson of baseball.
Yeah.
Because everybody, he had a very like soft spoken voice that didn't fit his body at all. But like everybody was like really terrified of him, and he didn't do like Mike Tyson. You know how like he never like came out to like fanfare. He just came out in like black shorts with no socks and would just stare at people.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm watching some of those like Barry Bonds at bats that he had, and he never leaves the batting box and just stares the pitcher right in the eyes.
Just stares the pitcher right down.
And there's even a time where like he fouled the ball like off of his foot, didn't flinch, picks up the ball, gives it to the umpire so they can speed up the pace of play in the game. He's like throw it. He's like, it's pretty much throw it, bitch. See what happens.
Throw it. See what happens.
See what happens.
Oh man!
If you watch that like 2002 World Series that they ended up losing, but he had a great series himself where I think he hit like 4 or 5 home runs, and like the rest of it he pretty much got walked.
I forgot that Barry Bonds even made it to a World Series. What was that? 2002?
2002, yeah, when the Giants lost.
Yeah, that was right. Angels. That was the year before the Marlins went. That's right.
Yeah, the Giants lost to the Angels and in 7 games.
Yeah, that's right. That's crazy. It was like the California World Series, which was crazy because I think 2001 was the Yankees and Mets. It was the Subway Series.
Yeah.
No. 01 was the Yankees and Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Diamondbacks.
2000 was the Mets and the Yankees. That was the Subway Series. That was the one with that's another topic for another day. But the Roger Clemens and Mike Piazza.
You gotta love that throw to second base.
Yeah,
I love that throw to second base in that 01 World Series. Who threw that? Was it Mariano who just threw it into center field?
Yeah,
into center field.
Might have been. And Mariano Rivera has made very few mistakes in his career. I think we've talked about this before, but there was one hitter from that era who absolutely had Mariano Rivera's number, and not a lot of people would recognize him.
What hitter was it, or do you know?
Bill Miller, who played third base for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, Bill Miller.
He was a lackluster player in every other metric, but he had a lifetime 400 average against Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, I don't know. I went to a couple games where the Red Sox played, and Bill Miller got a couple hits.
Yeah, no, I mean he wasn't a bad hitter, but he could hit Mariano Rivera. Put it this way, he might have a season where he'll hit 300. He might hit 275. Okay, maybe a little bit above average, right? like he could actually like he could consistently hit Mariano, which for the time like nobody could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like that's pretty astounding.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like that's worth signing in that era. That was worth signing somebody alone for just being able to hit Mariano.
Yeah, especially a division rival too.
Right. Well, if you're the Red Sox, just especially it's the Yankees.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to beat the Yankees somehow.
And take advantage
getting
of
Bill Miller like really paid dividends because a couple of times actually he wound up that game. A lot of people forget that game in 04, the one where Jason Varitek and A-Rod fought.
Uh-huh.
You remember how that game ended?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But I just know that was
Bill Miller took Mariano Rivera yard. That is how
Nice.
that game ended.
Yeah, that was the year where they beat the Yankees after being down 0-3, right?
That was the year where they beat the Yankees being down 0-3. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the only time that's still probably the biggest, like other than like maybe like Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson. That's probably to that point anyway the biggest upset in sports history.
Yeah, especially because the Yankees were the Goliath at the time.
The Yankees were like amazing at that. That 04 Yankees team, some people would say was like one of the best like baseball teams ever assembled.
Yeah.
Although I would say like maybe even like crazier is the Giants in 07 because that 07 Patriots team was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the Giants pulling the upset. And then you had they did it again. Giants beat the Patriots twice again in 2012.
Yeah, I think the road on the second one was a bit less likely.
Well, both times it was down to like the last 13 seconds.
Yeah, well, I'm just like thinking of like how they got there though. That Giants team, the first one, they had the upsets. Like their first time I think they beat Dallas in a round, and then they beat someone else, and then they beat Green Bay. They beat like Washington, Dallas, and Green Bay in the 07. And then the other one they beat, and then the other one I think they squeaked in as a. No, I think they either won their division or squeaked in.
That Giants team though was just like the definition of like grit because I remember watching Eli Manning just get laid out by like 3 linemen and get right back up.
Yeah, which one? The 07 or 2011?
07.
07. Well, you had Strahan, and then you had the 2 running backs. You had Bradshaw and Jacobs.
Yep. Yeah, the Giants had a good O-line back then. But
did they have Jeremy Shockey?
Yep. I forgot. To be honest, I forgot all about Jeremy Shockey.
I think, yeah. And who did they have? They had
was it Tiki Barber was their running back?
I think they didn't really use Tiki that year, though. I think they used more Jacobs and Bradshaw.
Did they? It's one of those things. I'm like I remember like the year. I don't remember everything. I remember
they had Mario Manningham later on.
All I remember from the Tom Coughlin years was all the penalties, all the false starts. The Giants were so bad with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you'd see Tom Coughlin getting pissed off on the sideline.
See Tom Coughlin like cursing under his breath on the sidelines. It was great. I will say, like in terms of like entertainment, that was like the peak for me.
It was every time Tom Coughlin, like that game where they choked against the Eagles.
God, that was great.
Deshaun Jackson one. Where he returns. I think they like gave up 2 onside kicks in a row, like 3 touchdowns in the quarter, and then they're tied and they end up kicking it straight to Deshaun Jackson. And he's cussing out the punter after. He's like, "I told you to kick it out of bounds."
What did you return it for a touchdown?
Yeah, he returned it for a touchdown as time expired.
Oh my God, that's early 2000s. Although I will say, Philly had some spectacular jokes from that era too.
Oh yeah, spectacular ones.
Like they went, I want to say, what was it, like 01 through 04, right? They went to like the NFC Championship like 3 years in a row and blew it every time.
Yeah, except for that one they won, and then
They won in 04. They went to the Super
and then
Bowl.
they lost to the Patriots.
Lost to the Patriots, and they blamed it on Terrell Owens being sick.
Yeah.
They blamed it on. I'm probably going to beat this level and like call this a day soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
look at all that oil.
How much snowfall we got. That's good, man. With the so you're kind of in like chilling mode for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Just gotta have some. Probably do some board prep and relax. Get my batteries recharged.
Board prep and chill.
Oh yeah.
So every time I start this level, that one jump there's some lag. I'm like, is there that much on this? Like, what is causing the here? When I do it here,
I guess we say screw the letter.
Yeah, but like, is like the letter being rendered on the screen like causing that much lag? Like, I don't. You'll see it right here, right? See that?
Huh?
All that lag. Like, I don't know.
I wasn't looking that closely, but I can.
I don't know what causes all that lag.
Interesting.
Get it.
Torchlight trouble. Hey, trouble. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Like right here.
Yeah, this is the PWF map. Like there's fire everywhere. It's called Trouble.
Oh, hey, trouble.
Yeah.
Oh man, somebody meme that. Somebody, I know you guys are out there. Somebody please meme that.
Oh, someone's on it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it. Oh, I got the barrel this time. Okay. oh, here come the things that chase you. That's cool.
You seen the movie Rubber, right?
Yeah. The killer tire.
Yeah.
That's like, oh God, it's such a bad movie. It's like one of those things that's so bad it's good.
Yeah, good old French people making that movie.
You've seen The Room, right?
Oh yeah.
That was my friend showed that to me like right at the end of high school, and I was like, "No, this isn't serious." And he goes, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, I'm actually entertained. Like, it's not like I want to keep watching it, not because the story is good, just because like the acting is like that bad that I like. I'm kind of like you, like a cringe connoisseur.
Yeah, it was just the writing of it, like just baffling at times.
And then James Franco makes the documentary about it, and he's actually
a disaster artist
Tommy Wiseau than Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, well, I actually read that book before they did the movie, because the guy that played Mark wrote the book about the kind of
yes. What's his name? Greg Sestero or something.
Yeah, Greg Sestero.
Yep. James Franco was perfect. He nailed the voice and everything. Yeah. Oh hi Mark.
Oh hi Mark. Oh ha ha ha.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not. Oh hi Mark.
Yeah. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh hi Mark.
Oh hi Mark.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, like that. It's all dubbed too. It's in that shitty green screen. like you're in San Francisco and there's no wind. That's a pipe dream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't San Francisco very windy?
Yeah.
It's
a pipe dream for you.
Yeah.
What a story, Mark.
Oh hi Johnny, you're my favorite customer. Hi, hi doggy.
Oh hi doggy. Bye. Keep the change.
They betray me and I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore.
I'm
fed up with this world.
I'm fed up with this world. What was I gonna say? You ever seen years ago somebody made? Oh, here we go, another Ewok village. Tell me this doesn't look like an Ewok village.
Absolutely looks like it.
This looks like somebody needs to mod this Ewoks. Um, but what was I gonna say?
There's armadillo in my pants.
Had an armadillo in your pants. You just happy to see me. What was I just about to say about the room? Somebody made like a song about it, and it was incredible. It was like, step one, you get about $6 million and hire some actors who don't give a fuck. And, it was good.
Yeah.
I gotta find that sometime.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, the results are in. I definitely have breast cancer.
Yeah, never address it again.
Well, that's how. I hope that's how you'll break some diagnosis to your patients. You know, just be like, "Well, the results are in.
You
definitely have breast cancer.
You definitely have breast cancer.
Definitely, like, inoperable.
Yeah,
you're screwed."
And they bring that up and never mention it again.
It's all right. It went full Remo and. Okay,
or like when they put on their tuxedos to play football.
Yeah, to play football.
And then by play football, it's like toss it on the ground, toss it underhand a bunch of times.
And then there was that guy, Peter. You always tried to play a psychologist with us.
And he's literally a psychologist.
Peter, he's a psychologist.
You always try to play I think he ends up eating shit too when they play football in the tuxes.
Yeah, and it's like a really like bad the fall looks really fake.
Yeah, and he's kind of pissed because he screwed up his tux.
Hey, you can't mess up your tux to play football.
Yeah, just a chicken, Peter. Cheap.
Oh, so good. Like that was peak cringe.
Yeah, I like Neil Breen movies. That's good cringe.
Yes.
Yeah, that suicide scene. Not suicide if you know the story, but him like Neil Breen going next to the dead body. I'm like, I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you've done this? How could you have committed suicide? Can't get you out of this one, Jim. Probably one of the best lines, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, so I hear the Big S step down from YouTube.
Yeah, I heard that too. We're gonna have to pick a different name to blame for all of our issues now.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be like, what in the Susan is this?
Yeah, I can't say we're getting Wajiskied. I can't say that anymore.
Yeah, but I wonder if it'll be a new.
They just pick another Susan.
Better regime.
Probably not.
Yeah. More. It's gonna be more of a crackdown.
Yeah. What if we figure out that like Susan was actually like making things like less cucked? It just gets way worse.
It just gets way worse. Way worse. Yep. I'm actually pretty sure I got shadow banned today.
Oh man, I'm shadow banned, man. You know I'm coming out with Christmas music.
Banned, man. Nobody. Susan, man.
Oh, to me, man, I'm shadow banned, man. Like I just keep talking about the closet, and they don't like that.
Oh God.
Oh. How could you have done this? How could you commit suicide?
Oh no.
Oh man, he slipped.
No. How can you do this? How could you commit suicide, Donkey Kong?
I can't get you out of this one, Donkey Kong. Can't get you out of this one.
Fuck. Land it. No.
Oh.
Yeah, this is where this game starts to like not fuck around.
Oh. Yeah, it's like not very forgiving.
It's not.
It's
this
like
was
two bees.
But I will use save states to compensate for the fact that I'm playing with a keyboard because like that makes it like that much harder.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, these guys like they're little.
Yeah, like it's got to be tiring.
That letter that's such a tease. How are you going to get that?
Boom.
Fucking Ewoks.
Oh. Yeah, save state. That's a good move.
Them hotkeys.
Yeah, it's like when I play old Pokemon, I take the rare candy pill when I do Nuzlocke.
Based in rare candy pilled.
Yeah. Well, because then otherwise I'm just grinding in the grass like before every gym, and that sounds terrible.
In the grass. Isn't that a song by Raven Simone?
Maybe.
Oh, that's grazing in the grass. I'm thinking of like early 2000s Disney Channel.
That's so Raven.
It's the future I can see. Oh shit.
Jesus. Jumping Jehovah's. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh man. Are you gonna go back to like streaming soon, or are you still kind of taking an operational pause?
I'll probably come back every once in a while, drop some streams.
Cool. I noticed I think Minka hasn't streamed in a while either.
Yeah, she'll probably come back too.
It'll be good to have need some entertainment up in here.
Yeah, I'm just glad that there was a period that I think you might be able to second this where everyone was just going to war with each other, and not just on YouTube and like real life too.
Yeah, like that was a little much.
Like early January to like early February, everyone was just fighting with each other.
I don't know what was love was not in the air.
Yeah, it was strange. It was like every area of life too.
Oh shit! I landed it.
I gotta get an armadillo in my pants. Whenever I see the armadillos, pull out the Warmaxer voice.
Does he say that?
Yeah, like he's like how the anaconda is one of them. The armadillo is the other one.
I got an anaconda for you, baby. Right here. Gotta get some tasty traps.
I'm like, hey, he knows what he likes, I guess.
He does. I mean, hey, listen, he's it's entertainment to say the least. I mean,
he knows what he likes.
Right.
Yeah, I just wouldn't call other guys LARPing for not wanting to indulge in what he wants to indulge in.
He's mad because you haven't gotten your T levels checked and you are low T.
They're probably going to be high. They're probably going to be good.
I was going to say, I mean, if you were putting up 315, that's a like 80th percentile bench right there. So that's probably pretty. I would reckon your testosterone is above average.
The testosterone levels. I don't know. The next time I see my primary, I'll ask if I can get my T levels checked, and then just for baseline's sake, and then I'll tag.
Just show him a Street Maxer video and be like, so see this guy here. He's very concerned about this. So
yeah, he's concerned about this. I can always just frame it as in like, hey, like how much would it? If it's not indicated for like an insurance reason, like how much would it cost me? Probably not too much.
Oh, and then killed that guy.
I'll just say, and then I'll put it in the community tab. I'll tag the Maxer himself and say, what are the betting lines? What's the over under? You know, what's like, just place your bets. Let's see what I have.
Right.
Get the blood.
That would actually be pretty funny. You actually did that. If you
Yeah,
actually like got your T level actually checked like live too, like you're in like the office.
Oh,
You're like
I'm in the lab, and they see me getting my blood drawn.
be like, hey everybody, this is Caduceus, the vital message here. I'm getting my T levels checked. So Hormaxer, if you want to come on the stream and actually talk to my doctor.
Yeah, hello. This is Maria, the phlebotomist. And she's drawing my she's drawing my blood, kind of thing.
That'd be so good. All right. I think I'm about to get out of here, but thanks for stopping by, man. This is fun. I'm going to stop here since probably the next stream, I'm on like the last part. So the next stream will probably wrap this game up.
Yeah, get that. That sounds like a good idea. Thanks for having me on, and cheers.
Cool. Later, everybody.
Later.
Peace.